This is an IRLP tutorial on setting your audio levels on a Debian IRLP node using ELSA Mixer, as well as the VU meter provided from arecord. So the first thing you want to do is open up two SSH or two windows. The one way you can do that is by opening up two SSH as root, or you can use the Alt F1 and Alt F2 keys to open up two separate windows under the console. I'm going to dedicate one of these windows to root, and I'm going to change to the user repeater in the other window by using the command su -repeater. I'm going to call this my command window. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run ELSA Mixer and have it running. As this is a USB device, I'm going to show all the devices here. So it shows the speaker, the mic input, and the gain control. The program I'm going to use to set my output level is called audio test. I'm going to run this under the repeater window here. You'll hear in the background the actual output from this test. Now, as you can see from that file, there was quite a bit of distortion both in the 1000 Hertz tone and in the voice. So I'm going to run it again, but this time I'm going to adjust the speaker output level as it's being done. Now, I'm showing a USB sound card here, but you would do the same thing with the volume and PCM on a PC-based sound card. So here I'll start it. Going back to the other window, I'm going to adjust the speaker down and down.
V7LTD, testing 1, 2, 3. This is Victor Echo 7 Lima Tango Delta with an audio test. Audio test 1, 2, 3, V7LTD.
So I think the level of about 6 is about right there. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to adjust the 1000 Hertz tone so that as I increase the volume, it no longer gets louder. That's about the level that you want to have this at. So I'll do it one more time here, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I reduce it down to 0, so that's quite quiet. The louder I get, the more distorted it gets. I think 6 is about the right here. See how when I go above this, it doesn't get much louder, so I'm going to set it at 6. I think that's the correct level for the output. So what I want to do here now is I want to save the mixer setting. So go back into the mixer window root here. I'm going to press escape, and I'm going to type ELSA control store. Now the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to set the input levels. Now because there's an active DTMF decoder running that may initiate a mute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually kill off the DTMF decoder first. So I'm going to in here type kill all DTMF, and it'll kill the process. So that way if a DTMF decode is, or if a DTMF is picked up out of your voice, it won't mute or change the levels. So I'm going to go back into ELSA Mixer on this window here. And on this one, I'm going to run a command called arecord -V mono space /dev/null. Now what this is going to do is it is going to record a fake file and put a VU meter on it. So when I type that in, you'll see down below here I have this 0%. I'm going to go back to the ELSA Mixer window, and I'm going to go to the all window by pressing tab twice. So now what I'm going to do is as I speak, I'm going to set the level of the input. So I'm testing on a radio right now, talking into it, and as you can see the level is only getting to about 13%. So I'm going to increase the capture here, and as you can see even with the capture maximized I'm still only hitting about 60%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the capture down again, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to turn on this gain control. So now that's given me a 20 dB boost, and now as you can see I'm peaking up at about 90 odd %. This is actually about exactly where I want to have it. I don't want it to say that word max too many times. So as I turn it up, you'll see now I'm pegging the max, 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 so I'm going to turn it back down. I think the level should be somewhere around 31. This is a good way to determine where your input is. You always want to be right about on the level of peaking. 31 may be a little high. We may want to try it at 25 or 31. It's up to you. The idea here is that you always want to have your input so you're using the maximum level of the input. Now once you have that working, I'm going to unkey the radio here. You can go back into the bottom window and press Control-C to exit. Now, what you want to do is you want to go back up to your ELSA mixer, press the escape key, and again, you want to save using ELSA CTL space store. Now, everything is set correctly. You have your output set correctly and you have your input set correctly. Now all you have to do is use your IRLP node.